All right, guys, we are back, starting the year off right. January Patreon month. The first thing we hit was Beatles' Rubber Soul, full album, start to finish. That's out today already. Plus, the movie we're going to hit this month is the very first Star Wars. Andy's never seen it. We're going to watch it with him on the channel together. And 2 more singles throughout the month that you guys help pick. All that, plus a back catalog of full albums, movies, and tons of singles not on YouTube, all for less than a cup of coffee. We'll see you there.
Hey guys, hope you're having a great day as well as a great life out here.
As a great life here in the Freedom Shack. Super excited.
Or wherever you're at.
That's true.
But it's also a great life here in the Freedom Shack,
So,
specifically.
Three Dog Night, Joy to the World.
It's been a minute since we hit Three Dog Night, and I think the last time we did, I think it was like Shambhala or something.
Yeah.
And we put up a poll of like 4 Three Dog Night songs, and we specifically left this song out of the poll because we just knew it would blow out of the water. It's like their biggest song. People were like, "Oh, where's that?" It's like, "Don't worry, don't worry." It's not a poll because it's a given.
It's a given.
It's a given.
My issue is, I assume it's not the same song, but all I can think about is like being in like, I don't know, elementary school choir and going to like,
Sure.
Joy to the world, the Lord has come.
Well, let's hope it's not that song, like a cover or something.
I mean, if any band could do that song justice and make it a bop, it's
probably them.
It's definitely them. But I
'Cause-
definitely hope it's not that song.
Yeah, because we've hit 2 songs from them already, and they've both been amazing.
Yeah.
Both amazing.
Yeah.
Mama Told Me Not to Come is still just a freaking favorite.
So good. So good. So Joy to the World, if you're not subscribed already, dude, there's like a little button. I'll show it to you right here. It's going to be right there. Just go ahead and click that button, make it red.
Shit.
And we're very bingeable. The only way to binge us is if you know that we're releasing stuff.
Yep, it's
So,
accurate.
So hit that button up and make your boys happy. And with that being said, let's do it.
Beautiful.
I mean,
Jeremiah was a bullfrog, was a good friend of mine.
Hey, Paul McCartney.
Never
Yes.
understood a single word he said, but I helped him a drink his wine. And he always had some mighty fine wine.
he always has some mighty fine wine.
To the world. All the boys and girls now, joy to the fishes in the deep blue sea, joy to you and me. If I were the king of the world, tell you what I'd do. I'd throw away the cars and the bars and the war, make sweet love to you, singing now, joy to the world.
Oh, the ride?
Yep.
All the boys and girls, joy to the fishes in the deep blue sea, joy to you and me. You know I love the ladies,
Bro, I mean, ending it with "Let me tell you about it," but you already told us about it. Okay, let's. You ready?
Kind of.
Same, but I'm gonna go for it.
Okay.
3,
Okay.
2, 1.
A?
plus. A plus.
A.
I think
I was so torn between A and A plus.
so immaculate. I was too. Well, what was holding you back? Anything in particular?
I think just kind of like the chantiness of like the last half.
Yeah.
I guess like the chanty like choir-esque like kind of like singing isn't like my favorite.
Yeah.
But like overall, it's all good. Great song. Great song.
The fact that they started with Jeremiah is a bullfrog. Is there a cooler opening line to a song? I don't think so. Let me submit to the court that there is none.
I don't think there is. It's so smooth. I loved like we called it early on, but I loved like the Paul McCartney style of like just singing up front.
Yeah.
So great and soulful.
Yeah, and the fact that the drumming is like Keith Moon-esque as far as just going ham in the right side, just going nuts the entire time.
And I loved the freaking. These guys are masters of texture.
Yeah.
Like on a mix, like, there were even times like there's like some kind of like lead guitar noodling going on, and there'd be moments in between where it's like a.
Yeah.
Where it just adds like just that little bit of like just tension in between like when you're letting notes ring out, all the way.
Yeah, and the chords were cool. I love that little middle portion where they had like the solo section. I don't know, like quote unquote solo section where it's like all of a sudden they have like a different toned like organ or piano or a keyboard, and then had like a guitar in the background, and neither one of them is really soloing, but they're both kind of like doing interesting things. And it's just like each one feels like it's compounding the next movement. It's just so good.
I freaking loved the keys the entire song. It carried it so hard.
Yeah.
Like just melodically and rhythmically with all the chord changes and stuff. It was immaculate. Super immaculate.
Singing too was just from top to bottom. Like when he's getting towards the end, he's just screaming, and I'm like, oh, that's what I want to hear. That's what I want to hear. Was not the choral thing that I was expecting. Well, I wasn't expecting it, but that's the only time I've ever heard "Joy to the World" is like that context.
Yeah.
So to hear it not in that context,
it was awesome. It was awesome. And
Man.
I love how when they added like the acoustic strumming texture in the left
so
mix,
smart.
for a second, like I thought it was like a shaker.
Yeah.
For a second, and then I kept hearing. I was like, okay, it's not that. It's just like adding some strums.
It's just
So nice.
exactly what it needed to be elevated. Also, I feel like any weaker of a band would have started fading that chorus off like two choruses ago out of fear.
Yeah.
And I feel like for them, they were like there is something inherently corny to like "Joy to the World" because that song had to be around obviously before this song came out, so they had to know about it.
Yeah, and they also they do covers.
Yeah.
So this is also it was already written before they even got to it.
So I do get with the whole chanty aspect of not being my favorite because that's still not my favorite. But again, like we said at the beginning, if any band is going to make that a really iconic cool phrase, Three Dog Night,
Yeah, I mean, and they're definitely going for kind of like an anthem type of thing too, because I could see like in a bar setting, everyone like singing it. You know what I mean?
Like my grandma would love the song. Everybody's grandma would love the song.
Deep Blue Sea. Like everyone just singing along to it.
It's
I could
so
just see
happy.
that.
Like "Joy to the Fishes" and the Deep Blue Sea. Like what
Yeah.
rock band besides them could make that an awesome line?
Yeah, exactly.
Like just cool.
It
So
just
cool.
make you want to sing. It's like by the end of the song, you know the lyric to where like after one listen, you're already like qualified to sing along in a bar when it's like being played.
Like if you didn't know the song, by the end of the song, you know the song. Well, I guess that's every song. That's a dumb thing to say, but you know what I mean.
In a way where you could just sing along, effectively as like a consumer. Like you could jump in on that last chorus, even if it's your first time hearing the song and be there for it.
Yeah, just cool. Zero negative parts about that.
They're very consistent in how they're able to. I mean, we haven't heard the original of this, but they seem just very like capable and competent at taking a song and just like making it, and just having it sound so smooth and great all around the board.
They're just master players. I mean, to go from like Randy Newman songs to this to everything we've heard from them has just been benchmark rock and roll.
And also, all the songs we've heard from them have sounded pretty different.
Yeah.
Like, very different.
Like Mama Told Me Not to Come versus this.
Yeah, it's like when that was
and
the
Shambhala.
only... Yep, it's like when Mama Told Me Not to Come was the only song we knew from them, I just had no idea that they had all this other, like, stuff. You know what I mean? That they could work with.
Yeah, very, very cool. So let us know where we need to go next. I really want to do the Spain one, some of Spain.
Yeah.
But you guys let us know. And with that being said, we will see you next video.
Catch ya.
Okay, you guys know the drill. This is how it works every time. We get to the end of the video, amazing song, great artist. If you want to see more, there's going to be a video linked right up here. And then if you want to see some unreleased content that we can't catch anywhere else besides on Patreon, link right there. Start the new year off right. See ya.